Hello there, beautiful people of the internet. It's this time again where we take a look at different ships. This time we look at the Bungo, one of the interesting ships, probably the best ship from all the Japanese lines in total. It gets the high precision spotter plane, which allows you to basically reduce your main battery shell dispersion. The firing range is a nice add-on, but to be honest, we have 25 km stock, so we don't really need that. But reducing the shell dispersion is great. It allows you to be a lot more consistent. It's similar to the F key that the Satsuma gets. But the Satsuma F key needs to be charged up. For us, it's just a consumable. It also might be worth speccing into it. I feel like I only have I don't think I have the skill in my build, but I have the module just to prolong the time the high precision spotter plane is gonna be active. But yeah, you might also want to spec into it. There are a lot of builds that are possible with Bungo. I just prefer this one. It's very consistent for me, and that's why I like to play with it and like to showcase it to you. Alright, that's a solution. We kinda ram up Bremen here. It's a bit unfortunate. We have our spotter plane active, so let's see what we do here. Yeah, well, that's a death strike. Great dispersion, as you can see. 8 out of 12 shells. Very, very cool. 10 shells, not 12. 8 out of 10 shells. Very, very cool. And we will get another salvo on a broadsiding Bremen here. Not completely broadsiding though, so might not be insane damage, but we will get certainly something. So let's see. A bit too far into the superstructure. Only 22k. I think that's already enough of a showcase. We could end the video here. That's basically the whole deal with Bungo. You just completely annihilate cruisers, also BBs. But we don't have any BBs in this game, so yeah. It's just gonna be a lot of cruisers smacking around in this one. Let's see, he's gonna turn out, so let's aim for that. Looks good. 14k only. He got away quite lucky there. But it's just great, man. The moment you see cruisers, usually you can overmatch them. You have the 457mm guns that allows you basically to overmatch most cruisers in this game. There are only a few exceptions. And you just do hilarious amount of damage, right? If you'd citadel them at least. Otherwise, you will still do good damage, right? Because you're landing so many shells and your pen damage is pretty decent, so... I don't know. Not the highest pen damage though, so you are reliant on sometimes hitting citadels, otherwise you're not gonna absolutely annihilate people with your pen, but besides that, I mean, what the fuck do you want from the ship more? It's literally the best BB in terms of consistency and sniping. Also, it's great and excels at mid-range. I think it's also meant to be played on mid-range for the most part. Close distance is a bit difficult just because your basically your nose and your back part can be overmatched by most BBs. It's pretty easy. So close combat is very difficult to be played with a Bungo. So I would just advise you to stick to middle ranges around 13, 14 kilometers, and you're gonna do wonders. I mean, if you just time it correctly with the spotter plane, you can really ruin someone's day by just absolutely death striking them in a cruiser. BBs is a different story. You can also do a lot of damage on BBs, but you have a bit more difficulties and punishing BBs. The ship excels at punishing cruisers, but on BBs usually you only do like 30k or something. It's not bad, but at least on longer distances it's gonna be a bit more of a struggle. Very cool sit there, by the way. without spotter plane. The main battery accuracy, well, he's dead. Main battery accuracy, even without spotter plane, is pretty decent. Not even like you make up for a disadvantage you have at the start. Your main battery dispersion is very good overall. And then you can even buff it with the spotter plane. It's just a funny concept. A very, very funny concept. So yeah, let's see. We want to get into this game. We are quite far away from them. Another sit there. Yeah. What can I say? I mean, I'm right now struggling to find the correct words for describing it, but this ship is dented, to put it in like one sentence. The ship is, I think, too strong in what it does. It's not completely retarded, because it can get punished, especially by enemy BBs. You're gonna see how much we struggle when we are being farmed by cruisers and we can't really get any good shots into them because they are just perma-kiting or whatever. That's when we will struggle, but otherwise, I mean, not a lot of weaknesses. Besides, obviously, our incapabilities of pushing anything because of our weird plating at the nose. I think it's like 25mm or 27, I'm not sure. But it's definitely overmatched by most BBs, so they will get huge damage salvos into you, which sometimes can be very unfortunate. But as long as you stick to a middle range distance, there's not a lot they can do about you. Okay, these tops misses, so we might be able to farm a little bit more damage on him. He repaired, I suppose. So let's use our spotter plane here to get the giga accuracy now. And switch to the AP, because I think he's gonna turn out here. Oh no, someone else got the fire. That's unfortunate, we still get 13k. Smolensk, brother. Don't you see that I want to go in front of you? Maybe that man will hit the Smolensk, because he wants to hit us. Just because the Smolensk sits right in front of us. Nobody knows why. Also, another thing, adding to that, you don't really want to get into close combat, because the spotter plane is not gonna work really well there. Because they can just shoot it down, so... Also something to keep in mind. That's the only disadvantage from having a spotter plane instead of the F key. Because you can get shot down if something is close enough to you, they will just shoot it down. But as you can see, even without the spotter plane, our dispersion is cracked, so... Like, what do we care? Let's see. We still have it active, so... We're gonna see some true magic happen to that Playman. Yeah, he's just dead. Because he's shot broadside. That's what I like about this ship. It's very consistent. If you are consistent on your aim, you're gonna do wonders in this ship. It's amazing what you can do in terms of damage. I feel like there were a couple of people averaging around 200k in this ship, and I certainly know why. I personally can't pull it off, unfortunately. I'm just not good enough on BBs. But if you are really good BB players and you are very good on the aiming, there's nothing stopping you from getting a gazillion damage every single game. Certain exceptions are gonna happen, obviously, because, yeah, people are just trash in this game, so sometimes your team will just implode and you can't even do anything. But usually, as you can see, we can do around 80 to 100k in the first 5 minutes. Just by basically punching into cruisers. With the spotter plane, you can also snipe superstructures and do a massive amount of damage on BBs, even if they are not broadside. So, yeah, it's great. It's very great. Interesting, there are some torps coming. We should switch to the HE here, probably. Just to farm that man on longer ranges. Not 100% sure if it's a wise decision to go around this corner here. It doesn't matter too much anymore, so... Let's just see if we can catch something funny here. We cannot, unfortunate. That's fine. We want to play it safe. Of course, it's not one yet. They might as well come back this. It's not too hard. Another a couple of ships in themselves from our team. We might be in quite a struggle here. Another gazillion torps coming. I just want to farm that Montana, guys. I'm gonna allow myself to eat one of them, just... oh my god. Just to get into a position faster where I can continue on farming this Montana. Not the best play, but I strongly believe in us that we can absolutely win this game, so... that's what I'm going for here. He repaired the fire, so let's try to set another one. Obviously he goes unspotted the moment I want to shoot him. Because our submarine is below surface. GG's. I guess we can just shoot that daring here. Maybe getting some damage into him. We are getting some damage into him. Already have up to a Kraken. Still 5 ships in the game. So now we can just freely game here. Just freely shoot that Montana, do a massive amount of damage. He's gonna probably turn out because of the submarine. Oh, that's fine. 16k as you can see, very, very cool. We turn back in just to maximize our damage. Oh, he's turning in as well. Very cool. I thought he's gonna turn out for sure, but... well, apparently he isn't. So, yeah. Let's see what we can... oh, look at this. We want to get some damage into that Lushun before he goes unspotted. I think we're gonna get our main turrets again. Yeah, but we need to be careful not to completely throw away this game. It might very much happen. Let's see. I think we should turn out here. We risk that the Montana will get a nice salvo into us. But I don't think it's worth risking to lose the entire game because of Lushun topping us out for no reason. That would be the worst reason to lose this game, so... oh, he already topped us. Well, that's very unfortunate on the timing, ain't gonna lie. That's very much unfortunate on the timing. I thought he didn't torp yet, so that's why I turned out. And now we're just getting free farmed by him. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's see, maybe we can get some more damage into him before we die. Because we will die here. He gets a fire on us. That was just unfortunate timing. If we would have stayed nose in there, we would have survived this entire thing here. But yeah, we were greedy, so we turned out. It is just how it is, bro. We can't change that. Our reload is quite insane right now, so we get that kill as well. We die. But I strongly believe that we win this game. Our Minotaur can just chill and like not do anything. It's fine. As long as that Minotaur just runs away, we just win the game for free. Well, should be one game. I trust in that Minotaur to not completely bepigger it away. Let's have a look at the build. That's what we are running with. Get away. We are running with this sort of build. We want to obviously have gun feeder, because sometimes you want to switch between the ammo types. As you see, the HE is pretty strong, especially with the spotter plane active. You hit a lot of them, so fires are almost guaranteed most times. Grease the gears. The turrets are pretty slow, so I rather take that instead of brisk. Super heavy AP shells, which extends or which allows us to do more damage with AP, but obviously we also take more damage just by fires ticking for longer. It's some sort of trade-off. I just tend to play the ship more passive, so usually it's worth it playing with super heavy AP shells. But yeah, it just comes down to preference. It obviously nerfs your survivability, but I want to have these big AP salvos, smacking cruisers, smacking BBs, so I just want to buff these. Adrenaline Rush seems to be self-explanatory, and then obviously we want to have the emergency repair party, concealment, and fire prevention. We are not running improved repair party readiness, because I don't really tend to activate it that often. I don't really get 2 million potentials in most games if I'm not being dropped by a gazillion trumps. So yeah, nothing I really strive for. This is what we are running in terms of modules. Pretty standard. Spotting aircraft module, just to extend that time. I feel like that's a must-have. Besides that, everything else is optional, especially in the build. You could also think about running Eye in the Sky. Not sure how useful it is though, so I'm not really running it. But yeah. Actually, no, I'm mistaken. You can't even run that on a BB. I'm stupid. Forget what I said. Probably this is the only correct build. Ain't gonna lie. I don't think you're gonna get better results with other things. Maybe if you're just based on sniping, you don't need the extra repair, but I usually just want to have it, right? You just tend to eat a lot of damage. People will focus you, and if you have one heal less, you're gonna suffer greatly. So it's just better to just use that skill. Yeah, Bungo is pretty simple to play besides that. Sometimes you need to be careful. In most games, you will have certain ships that are just gonna farm you for eternities, and if you are running this build, you need to be careful not to lose your entire HP pool like I did in the last game, where I basically got completely annihilated by the torps from that Lushun. Obviously unlucky on the timing, but if you will eat torps and have a fire at the same time on Bungo and you repaired before that, and you're running heavy AP, you're gonna lose half your ship already. So being careful with the ship, thinking about when to push in and when not to is a very important trait that you need to have while playing Bungo. So I would just advise you to rather play a bit more passive at the start than to completely overcommit and lose half your ship. But that counts for most ships, so it's nothing really special. Let's see. This game, we have 4 BBs per side. A lot of cruisers also. 2 DDs and 1 submarine. I have no idea what the kind of submarine that is. I suppose we can have a look at it. It does get a main battery reload booster. Holy shit, man. Are we now having gun submarines or something? That's kind of crazy. 1.8 seconds reload. I suppose only 1 turret. Why does it get a main battery reload booster for 1.8 seconds? Wow, that's a very funny. Very funny submarine. Let's just hope. I mean, it should be on the other side. Yeah, it should spawn on the other side, just because our submarines spawned on the other side, and neither of them are in a division. So should not be a big deal for our side, hopefully. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully our DDs are gonna spot something. Oh, look at this. Let's see Amata. I want to keep my shot for now, just because I want to maybe surprise a cruiser with it and completely one-shot it. So I think that's worth more than doing 15k on the Kurfürst there. We are there. We have Worcester, so let's see if we can. Oh my god, half of the shells go into that island, bro, even though the island symbol is gone for the better part of this game. Aim too high there. Could have been a death strike. Also with a lot more shells past the island and me aiming lower. But yeah, we just got kinda unlucky and misaimed, so that's what happens sometimes. Obviously all the BBs insta shoot me. Oh, what is he doing? Is he stupid? He might actually be stupid, man. He might actually just be stupid, bro. Yeah, he is stupid. Wow, okay, we get our Death Strike after all. Not too bad. I suppose it's fine that we didn't get anything on the first serve. And as you can see, only one Citadel, right? But heavy AP just does a lot of damage. If you full pen that man, he's gonna suffer. So let's see what we can do against this dude. We just tried to full pen him there. Do a whole lot of damage. 16k as you can see. Great damage. Let's use one of our heals. We have 6 now, just because we got first blood and we have the elite commander from the Japanese on the ship. So that's just great. That's just great gameplay. Let's just aim for the higher part of this Hawaii. No spotter plane active, by the way. Still insane accuracy. It's fun, guys. What can I say, man? Playing retarded ships like this is just fun. I know it's dented, and I know that I ruin a lot of fun for a lot of these cruisers, because I can actually aim, and well, the moment I smack these cruisers, they will suffer a lot. But it's fun, man. It's just fun to play a ship that is actually consistent. And yeah, we don't get any ricochets on that Hawaii, which is very interesting. He's gonna eat Torp, so he's gonna be dead. We just turn out, get ourselves into a better position. Already up to 100k, not even 5 minutes into the game. Very cool. Obviously, down to that dude they're gifting us a lot of damage, so it's maybe not fair to say, but you will do 100k on a regular base in this ship. It's not that uncommon in the first 5 minutes, just because you will get in Death Strike. They don't know where you are. Your concealment is quite good, so you can get into very decent positions. Also, if you are running with Brisk, which might be one of the few more possibilities on how you could run the Bungo, just running with Brisk, suffering through the main turret reverse, that is gonna be horrendous. But getting into the flanking positions earlier would have helped us in this match. We could have gotten a much better shot at this dude if we would have been running with Brisk, so... What is he doing there? I don't know, I suppose he beached himself. So let's try to aim for this back part, maybe getting a bit of damage. 2 overpens. That's something, right? It's something. They can't really shoot back, so... Let's just take that. We will go into the middle now. Trying to get some damage into these people coming from the A side. Let's load HE for the Yamato, maybe to farm him a little bit further. Would be quite nice. I don't know. Oh, we actually get a Citadel. Interesting. 4 non-penetration, ricochets and whatever, and 1 Citadel. That's funny. The Kurfürst just completely abandoned this flank. Going to the upper side, which absolutely makes no sense, so... Unfortunately, he's not gonna be available for some more farming for us. It's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? No, we missed our server. Unfortunate. Oh, look at this, bro. What is he doing? Do we have a Pepega on the loose here? I think we can just go for full pen Death Strike here. So our shells get past the island. I feel like that's gonna be a dead Adalbert. 21k only down to full pens. And that's where heavy AP is just clutch, right? You just do so much damage with your full pens. And even if you don't hit the Citadel, you just do so much damage that it doesn't even matter. They will just die, no matter what. So, yeah. It's a bit sad to see that Yamato is just so trash compared to Bungo. He got a 20k, 22k salvo into us, but that's nothing that happens on a regular base. This ship is just better in every shape or form. You get the overmatch on most ships. Obviously, you don't get the 32mm overmatch, but you get the 30mm overmatch, which is already, in most games, enough. So, not really too much of a need on the 32mm overmatch. And Yamato's accuracy is just so trash compared to this. It's a bit unfortunate to see that old ships just get completely power creeped by the new ones. And Bungo is one of the greatest examples. It's so much better than Yamato, in my opinion. I just know how much I struggle on getting these insane damaging salvos or getting consistent accuracy, which was never a struggle when playing this ship. I mean, you see, it's just me that is trash on aiming, otherwise that San Martin would have been already dead here. And it has nothing to do with the ship. It just does not feel like I'm getting punished for playing correctly, because my ship is just giga trash and sometimes dispersion just sucks ass. In this ship, dispersion is gonna be great, and the only reason why you do no damage or why you struggle on doing damage is because you miss aim, or you just play trash or whatever. It's never that you are just being unlucky, which is the greatest strength from this ship, in my opinion. It's just a consistency, right? You just do consistent damage, and if your games last 15 to 20 minutes, you will do 200k confirmed if you are a really good player. You don't even need to be great on BBs, as long as you have a general sense of how to position properly and how to aim. It's all you need for this ship, and you're gonna have a great experience just by doing that. So, yeah. I can just advise you to get this ship. It's great. It's just great to play. It's really rewarding, especially compared to Yamato, where sometimes dispersion is horrendous and you just don't do any damage. So just play Bungo. It's just better. It's just better in every single way, and I feel like I can showcase that pretty well in this game, in these games. The consistency is just so good. It makes you feel like playing an actual good ship for once, and you just do massive amounts of damage, right? Like in this game, obviously it's a bit unfortunate. My team actually has hands. Otherwise, this would have been already a 300k game as well, just by the amount of ships we can punish here. Another 29k into that man. High caliber already. Yamato will die back there. We can try to maybe get some more damage on this Rauden. I think he might be turning in front of that island, or not. Maybe not. Let's just shoot a bit on him. We can probably get to 250k in this one. Oh, he's turning broad, man. I don't know if that's the play, brother. 31k just by full pens. 9 full pens, 1 overpen. Just mind you, we shoot 10 fucking shells, bro. And we hit 10 out of 10 shells on 17 kilometers. And then tell me that this is not an insane concept or an insane ship. I think there's no one that would disagree when saying that this is probably the most consistent BB out of the bunch on tier 10. And it's just enjoyable to play, what can I say? I think I repeated myself so many times over the past minutes of gameplay. But this ship is just completely annihilates everything that comes into its range, right? Even if you are being pushed by, I don't know, a Libertad or whatever, you can just punch him and run away. I mean, yes, you will eat damage, and yes, you are overmatchable. But this ship is just so great. It doesn't even matter. But just looking at the armor layout, here you can see the 25mm plating, which is the big problem. If you got into close combat, everything can overmatch you, basically everything. I think Mecklenburg can't, but I'm not even sure about that one. Back is the same thing. You have 32mm plating, which allows a lot of cruisers that have 32mm overmatch with HE to farm you to absolute shreds. But if you stay on mid-range and just punch these cruisers, you're gonna get decent results no matter what. This was the first game. 209k damage, 6 kills. Very, very cool indeed. First in the team, obviously, 3.4k base XP. We kind of carried these people. Our Minotaur managed to grab both the kills. Interesting. Yeah, really good game. Besides the last turnout, I was kind of bad on the timing there. And same for this game, 270k. And we are first in the team as well with 2.4k base XP. Just a great ship. Get it, try it out. Try this build out that I presented you. It's great. Makes a lot of fun playing the ship. And that's gonna be it for today. Wish you guys a very nice time and see you around in the next video. Bye bye.